Welcome back to another Journey episode, another Let's Play episode in Beta 1.2_02. I mentioned before that we might try texture packs in this version. I might have mentioned it last episode, I don't remember, but the reason I didn't change it was because I would have to log out and log back in. You couldn't change your texture pack from within the game, as you can do in modern versions. But we're going to try it here. So I got this one. Shout out to whoever made this, Grampy's Land, and I guess that 1202, I guess that refers to the version. Hopefully it does anyway. Let's put that texture pack on, and hopefully this doesn't absolutely crash our game. I should have backed up, I know I should have. Alright, here we go. So as you can see, I logged out at night time. I'm on the top of a tree with mobs all around me, and the leaves are despawning. First of all, the dirt looks interesting. Second of all, the leaves look very, very funky. I'm not sure I like them. I mean, they look okay. There's different colours of that. I like the yellow and that, but I don't know. It's just very strange. Maybe it's just the difference behind it is the stuff I don't like. Anyway, this isn't a critique of, what do you call it? It's not a critique of the texture pack. It's just to try something a bit different for a single episode. And yeah, we'll get about our business this episode as normal, even though the texture might be, yeah, the textures might be different, might be stuff we're not used to. What time of night is it? Oh, it's, yeah, it just turned night. So yeah, that's the village. I managed to finish it. I managed to have enough sandstone to finish it. Unfortunately, I've only got about 4 left, so yeah, we're not. Oh, I was digging straight down there. We need to find a safe place to stand, because if I don't, I'm gonna fall. I need to find a safe place. There we go, that'll do. Brilliant. So yeah, I was planting a tree because I still needed a few logs to finish the village. And the tree grew, but it's night time. Oh dear, and somebody spotted us. And I don't have any arrows. Lovely jubbly. Oh, and he's trying to get me. I noticed the sand is very different, and the cobblestone. The cobblestone was the thing I first noticed, but it wasn't that strange because it just looks like stone bricks, doesn't it? Oh wait, that's not even cobblestone, that's stone slabs. Yeah, so the stone slabs look just like stone bricks, or stone brick slabs, so yeah, they didn't stand out an awful lot. Certainly not as much as the leaves did. The tools I noticed, they're still vanilla. That's iron ore, a bit different. Gravel's a bit different. That's cobblestone. Interesting. Redstone's the same, diamonds are the same, as is coal. It's all very interesting stuff. The fences might even be better, I don't know. Oh, that was the arrow that was already there that knocked me. 32 logs at this tree though, that's pretty good, pretty decent. I think that spider just saw me. I might have a fight on my hands here. I wonder if we could make a run for the base. I highly doubt it, but we'll try. Oh no, okay, I'm going. Miss. Oh, yes. Thank goodness the spider went after the skeleton. The skeleton must have shot him. Skeletons to the right. We better avoid those. Let's just go to the water now. Oh, is he after us? He is, but he shouldn't reach us. Yeah, I think we're going to get away. As long as we don't go towards them. Whew. That was tough. That was tough, but we're safe. And look at this, look at the glass. The glass is very funky. It's got the it's lost the outer texture, the glowstone. The glowstone looks like lava. I don't really like that, to be honest. Classic lag spike when I enter an area full of items. Just want to point out the amount of items we're getting off of these farms is incredible. Very, very different to how it was at the start. But it has, you know, things have picked up in that, which is good. I'm just going to eat a bunch of raw food because we have it. I'm trying to get rid of it. That's the thing though, once you've got, like, you know, I'm never going to use all that food. If it's stacked, then fair enough, I would take it, but it doesn't, so it's just going to take up inventory space. So, yeah. Anyway, I like the obsidian. The obsidian looks incredible. What other blocks do we have? Netherrack looks alright. Should we take a quick peek in the nether? Let's take a quick peek in the nether, shall we? So the ghasts have the same sort of texture as they do in vanilla. The glass, though, very different. It does look almost more authentic, doesn't it? When it just has the middle texture. And I guess the middle texture is there just so you can identify it as glass and not nothing. Yeah, the nether looks a wee bit more cartoony, I would say. The netherrack has a more fiery texture than a rough kind of stone texture. It doesn't really remind me of stone that much, the vanilla netherrack. It's just, you would think of it more as that than an actual, you know, hellish block, for want of a better expression. Wait, hang on, are the pigmen different? No, the pigmen are the same. Lava's pretty much the same, it looks like. The lava in these versions is really weird, just the way it, like, the texture changes in its ocean form. Look at that, it goes all red, a deep red, then it goes yellow. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. These are obviously the stone slabs, the cobblestone. Do they go better? Maybe slightly, because their colour is a little more similar, but yeah, it's just different. This is very much like stone bricks, although different but similar. The furnaces are different. They're a bit more, I don't know, just a bit more peculiar. They've got more detail to them, I guess you could say. I'm lagging quite a bit. Could be due to the number of entities in the area. Workbench there. Looks alright. Chests I don't like. Don't know why. What else do we have? Bookshelves are different. Ladders are very different. Bolts look like they're the same. The armour's the same. Interesting. Yeah, I can see why people would use this. Obviously, it's often down to preference as to what textures one likes and dislikes, but in the grand scheme of things, I can appreciate why somebody might have preferred using this over vanilla. I think the timing's off. We might need to alter it. I say that, I'll probably never do that, but you know, I feel like between the few of the notes we need to add a bit more of a delay. I'm quite tempted to take the texture pack off, to be honest, for the rest of the episode. It looks pretty nice actually, the cactus. I don't mind that. Of course I like the vanilla texture, but equally I don't really mind the this updated one. Trying to have a look at the ruins, but you can't really tell a difference from far off. Yeah, we've got to take out some of the final wood pieces before the tree will fully despawn. But the village isn't quite well. I was planning to do more houses than the ones that you can see at the moment in the village, and we might get onto those today. But the issue is I'm out of sandstone, and sandstone's obviously the main building material that I have been using. So we may have to postpone any sort of major progress on this until, you know, after I have... oh, I don't like the carpet. I mean, not the carpet, the wool. I really don't like the wool. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's a definite no. I've got to say that's probably my least favourite texture. Yeah. Anyway, maybe it's a themed pack. Yeah, look at the trees. They look like Christmas trees. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with Christmas trees, but you know, I liked the dark green look from before. Right. Yeah, here. This is where we had to put the wood. We've got the fences. So I did make one alteration. As you can see, we're missing some of the carpets. In fact, most of the carpets. So we need to go and get some dye. Can you dye sheep in this? We should try and dye some sheep just to see if that's possible. I don't think so. I think that was a 1.7 thing, beta 1.7, because at that point you could shear them. And I remember in Let's Plays seeing people, you know, dye the sheep and shear them. So I think that's a later development, but we might as well try. Let's get some yellow flowers. It's just called flower. Dandelion yellow, even though it's not called a dandelion. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the alterations. There's only one minor alteration, and that's the roofs are both interconnected now, so you can wander over to your neighbour's roof. Which, depending on where you're born and brought up, that's maybe normal, maybe utterly strange, I don't know. Anyway, sheep. We need some sheep. We're also going to look for flowers. We're looking for the red flowers. What are they called again? Roses. Right? They're called poppies in, is it like 1.7 they're called poppies? So yeah, there's some. But we also need to look for sheep. Just for interest's sake, you know. Let's lower the render distance slightly. How's our entity count doing? It's up at 200. I think I'm going to leave a bucket of lava at the bottom of the pig enclosure, just so I don't end up with, you know, an absolute ton of items down there. Here we go. Here's some of our sheep friends. Yellow. Oh, what, you can? Well, that's news to me. We only got one, but I had no idea that you could dye sheep. That is news to me. You learn something new every day. I'm almost tempted to get rid of the pack just because of the wool colour. That is fascinating. So it's actually cheaper to do that because usually it's 1 wool for 1 dye, but if you can get up to about 3 wool for each sheep, then you know, that it saves you dye. There's the ruins. There's the Elvis serpents. the Mohawk serpents. Yeah, the mossy doesn't really go as well, I feel, with the cobble. I mean, it does kind of, but like the colours are still the same, but the pattern is very different, so maybe that's a slight downside to it. We're not going to go all the way over to the other side. We're just going to have a look from afar. Yeah, it doesn't look that much different, does it? Yeah, not bad. So we're back to default, which is fine. It was nice to experience a difference in textures for a period of time. You know what we could do is we could farm red wool if we go to our mob farm and you know, dye all the sheep that fall down. We should totally do that. I think that would be a good use of the farm. But yeah, that's the village. It doesn't look too bad, I don't think. Oh, I was wanting maybe to do get some orange wool actually, which we could do because we've got more than enough in the way of yellow dye and red dye. Yep, I remember my primary school colours, no problem. I like the yellow, the shade of yellow. That's obviously changed as of 1.12. Like the colours changed, but I mean, you know, the old colours looked good as well. Right, we're going to make a temporary modification. Actually, before all the sheep start falling. Let's try and get that water drop in. Let's do that. Put that there. Brilliant. We don't have any more glass, unfortunately. Right, it's time to get rid of all of this. There we go. And we'll just leave the sign there. Can we still pick that up? Yeah, we can. Brilliant. Alright, no problem. Right, we've got some sheep in there. How are we going to do this? I think we need some... Oh, there's the alarm. As I said, I've already utilised this off camera. Tried to utilise it on camera. Didn't work. Hopefully there's items waiting for us. Yep, there are loads of items waiting for us. So yeah, this is working pretty nicely. It's probably good if I don't spend too long down here, if you know what I mean. Because if I wait down here, the longer I wait down here, the less mobs will spawn because I'm too close. So yeah, that alarm works pretty well. And look, the feather's already despawned. That's how the alarm was triggered. So yeah, it works out. Oh yeah, we needed some glass. Yeah, that's working well. How many entities? Oh, well, slightly less. Right, let's put that on. There's a pig there. Let's just kill these guys. Maybe we should place the water drop higher up. Oh dear, some guys actually got stuck. Oh, that'll be because of the... That'll be because I hit them. That guy's a light grey sheep. Oh wait, we did dye him. What? I thought you couldn't. Wait, no we didn't. Okay, we killed somebody. Is that pig? No, you don't get pig sheep in this. Okay, you know what? Before we waste all of our... Yeah, before we waste all of our dye, let's get some orange wool. We've got 19 red. We're gonna need more flowers easily. But oh, for crying out loud. Right, we just need to get rid of them. It doesn't matter. Right, unfortunately we're gonna need a hang of a lot more red wool if we're to complete all of the rugs in these houses. So we're gonna go and search for them. Also, I must say, I should have said this when I had the pack on. If you want to have a look, go rewind the video, but I actually liked the way the trees looked, like with the blend of leaves. That actually didn't look too bad. So yeah, that was another positive about the pack. But the wool was just not my cup of tea, frankly. I mean, maybe if I knew what it was trying to depict, then I might have a better understanding. But for me, it just didn't look good. Right, there's some red flowers over there in that rainforest biome over there. Yep, we've generated a new biome right over there. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I've not been over here before. So, yeah. And I'm pretty sure this is a rainforest biome because of the colour of the grass and the size of some of the trees. I think there's seasonal forest and then there's... Oh. Seasonal forest and then there's another biome which escapes me. Seasonal forest and then just forest, I think. But the just forest biome is grass is slightly less green. And the seasonal forest, its grass is a lot less green. There is one massive beach. Hey, more flowers. Yeah, so obviously, I don't think you could grow flowers until, I think, like 1.6 or something. Beta 1.6. Sometime around then. Right, I'll have a quick scoot about here and see if I can... oh, look, there's some more over there. Nice. Yeah, see, like this. This colour of grass is more of a forest biome colour. Or maybe a seasonal forest, even. It's hard to tell, really. But yeah, I was doing a lot of reading up on the biomes, and in 2 previous episodes I've had segments where I've spoken about them, but I've had to cut them out. Who knows, this might be cut out as well, because it's just kind of, you know, dead time where I'm walking back to the village. But it's very interesting reading up about the biomes, their different names, and their properties, and how they're, you know, temperate, or temperature-based biomes, which obviously went out of the game between Beta 1.8 and 1.6, sorry, then when 1.7 came around, and at the end of 2013, all of a sudden temperature and biomes like that relied on temperature or were defined by temperature, they were back in. So it's quite astonishing, really. Well, it's not astonishing, but it's interesting. We'll go with that. It's interesting. Yeah, this is where there was a cave in and I died. I was digging down to get to some zombies. The cave-in occurred, then I got killed by zombies. Then I got killed by creepers. The only thing to explode was my pickaxe. So I'm basically just adding a permanent kind of way of being able to come up here and put the water in to prevent the sheep from dying, and therefore like to dye their wool and all that. So yeah, I'll just be doing that here. Nothing too fancy, just, you know, like this in future versions you would use a piston. I'm trying to think if there's a way you can stop water. I know for a fact that dispensers didn't like dispense water, if you know what I mean, if you filled them with a water bucket until much later. Because I can remember when that was added to the game, it was one of the full release versions. Oh, there we go. There's the there's the alarm again. I must say that is a cracking thing. That is such a good idea. Props to Etho again. There we go. Easily done. Just gonna ignore that guy over there. Do not want to mess with him at all. If they strafed backwards, that would be so OP. Imagine them just strafing away from you. Anyway, we've got a stack in 21. A stack in 21 red wool, which is a great return from only having... Well, I don't remember how much dye we had. I feel like it was 40 something, so it's like double. It's a decent return. I'd rather have this than just like 40 wool, 40 red wool. Instead we've got a stack in 21, so it's definitely a valuable practice to... You know, dye the sheep, get the habit of dyeing the sheep, and then getting the wool that way instead of just dyeing the wool straight. As it is in modern versions, it's just I didn't appreciate you could do that in these versions. But there you go. That's part of the point of the series, is to learn new things. Now I have one more thing to do, one more thing to add. As you can see, we've only got 4 sandstone. We could make some more, but I'm kind of saving up this sand so I can cover over the pit here that I just kind of. Well, I'll be honest, it was a lot worse. No, it didn't look as bad, and then I just made it worse by digging out a bunch of sand that had caved in. So, yeah, part of it was my doing. But I'm planning to just like kind of leave the sand here just to pile it up, although we're going to have to get more dirt before we do that. Now though, what I want to do is probably create some sort of a marketplace. Now, as I said, I've built these before. I built them on the RSG server and then put villagers in them, which was pretty quaint. But we don't have villagers, but that's okay. We're doing it more just for the heck of it. So it was a race against time to finish stuff in the day, but there you go. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to have... Well, we could have it open. We could... no, I'd rather make it triangular. Not triangular, rectangular. How are we going to do this then? Well, let's do the wool first. We've got 16 wool, 16 orange wool. Sorry, that's annoying. We'll use the 16 wool here. And let's get some dirt maybe, just to act as a placement block, a block that'll help us accurately place one of the orange wool. So I like the orange because of the whole desert temple theme. Yeah, I like that. Should we make it higher though? No, I kind of like it like that. What we could do is we could... Now, you don't have half slabs, but what you do have is stone slabs. Oh, we could get more sand this way. Let's get some more dirt. Basically what I do is I dig up all the sand. If I... Say, for example, I put a floor down. What I do is I dig up all the sand and then I just fill it in with dirt and then put the floor on top. And that's basically what I'm going to do here. We've got some stone slabs. So this will hopefully enable us to have a good view of what's inside, what's on sale. Obviously it's just make-believe, but you know, that's kind of partly what this game's about. Right, let's do that. Is that too narrow? Let's try and use some of these at first. The reason I've got so many axes was because I made them before the change, before the, what do you call it? The durability change. Because, you know, durability is so much better now. Let's dig up all that, get the dirt in place. And then stairs. I reckon stairs would be a good option. What we need to do is... Actually, no, let's put that back. Let's just put the half slabs there. Hang on, we could do something like that. Then again. Yeah, I think we're going to have to raise it higher. I think we've lost. Is that improved? Yeah, I would say so. Much improved. Let's put down some of that. Put the stairs on top. Just for something a bit more different. A bit different. Some variation. My grasp of the English language is unparalleled. Right, let's put down some dirt so we can place the fences. Again, shout out to Arcane for his tips with regards to doing this. Okay, and then... Well, that's... So far, so good. I'm just wondering if we should turn the stairs around, because it's kind of like a counter, isn't it? But then again, we won't really see what's around this side, will we? Let's put some actual flooring down here. Even though this is just for show, really, I don't anticipate I'm going to be standing around here that often. But just in case. Oh. Also, this is where trapdoors would be useful, but I said I'm not going to talk about that, so let's just hold that conversation there. And by talk about that, I mean I said I wasn't going to talk too much about future things. Because that's the thing. That's why this isn't really authentic, is because... you know, while I am playing the version, it's I'm playing the version with the knowledge of what comes next. Whereas, you know, people that actually played these versions at the time, they had no idea. They had no idea that it would take until 2018 before water stuff was added. Not water stuff, ocean stuff. You know what I mean. Right, that doesn't look too bad, actually. I like that. I rate that. 8 out of 8, mate. It's great. Nah, anyway. Let's add a torch. Just for a bit of light. Let's actually put the torch there. We could, in theory, have a doorway. Oh, no, we can't, because that's where the ladder is. Huh, never mind. Better fix this. We can make more sandstone, or just use that stuff to patch up the mega pit over there. How does that look? I think that's alright. I think it goes it goes well. I don't mind it, honestly. The wood I can live with. The orange wool at the top is fine. I don't think things like blue or green, I don't think that would go that well, but orange I could see working. So yeah, we could add more marketplaces, or we could add other stuff to these areas, but that's part of the perk of this design, is that there's space we can add stuff, and I might take the road around there. It really just depends what I feel like. Yeah, there's a lot of infrastructure work to be done in this place, but there you go. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day there. I don't know how long this episode's been going on for, but I've been recording for a while. I was quite happy to discover that sheep thing. I don't want to say the shearing of the sheep, the dyeing of the sheep, and the shearing of the sheep. That sort of thing. I was happy to discover that. Didn't know that. Learned something new. There was also something else I learned new, but I've forgotten what it was. Anyway, thank you very much for checking out this episode. I will be back soon, hopefully, with another one. Until then, bye for now.